Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be today's video is going to be palettes that are on the chopping block. So these are ones that I've tagged or either decluttered and brought them back and I'm still thinking about them. So yeah, that's what I've got right here. That's what we're going to talk about. Make sure you're subscribed. Stick around if that sounds interesting, and yeah, we're going to get into it right now. Like I said earlier, some of these I've actually decluttered and brought back because I didn't have anybody to give them to because of quarantine, and then other ones have stickers because I was thinking about them. So yes, we're gonna just jump in. So the first one that we're just gonna go right down the pile. These are not in any particular order. I just pulled them out and put them in a pile. So the first one is BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette. I got this brand new on Poshmark for a really good deal. I've swatched it, but I've never used it. I've held onto it because it's a cooler tone color story. It is pretty. The shimmers seem like they're all right. I need to actually use it. This is one that I stuck a sticker on, and if I haven't gotten to it by the end of the year, I'm gonna just pass it on to somebody. But yeah, this one's been on this one's had a sticker for a little bit because I've had it for a few months and I just haven't used it yet. The Dream Street palette was one. I think I am going to keep this just because I wore this to work at AutoZone the other day. I went back to work at AutoZone part-time because my hours got cut at the salon, so I'm working at both places. So I wear a red shirt, the point of that whole story. So this warm color story works well. I wore the Naked Heat palette one day. I wore this one day. So I think I will keep this after all. But this one was one that actually got decluttered and brought back, and then I was still thinking about it. Another one that I've mentioned is the Manny MUA and Morphe collab. Not that this is a bad palette. I think it's fine. I did a review on it. The shadows are pretty. It's a nice neutral palette. It's a good travel palette. You've got some highlighters. I just don't know how much I'm gonna actually use this, and I hate to have makeup sit in my drawer and just like rot and not get used. So I was contemplating passing it on just for that reason, but I ended up, it's still here because I think we're supposed to be getting this in the boxy premium, so I was gonna hold on to it a little while longer and maybe do a look with it for that video. I don't know. So it's still here, but this is one that's probably gonna find a new home at some point. Like I said, not because it's bad, but because I don't know how much use I'm personally going to get out of it. We'll see. She's still here. I have her sitting up on top so that I can maybe try and use it. If I end up using it more, I'll keep it. And then that video will probably have a giveaway, and I'll give away the palette that I get in the premium, which will go way before this video does. The Venus XL. I like this color story a lot. I think I am going to keep this palette, but this is one, it had a sticker on it because it was one I was thinking about. I'm not crazy about Lime Crime's shimmer formula. Like, it's not, I wouldn't even call it a shimmer. It's like a satin something. I don't know. I'm going to swatch a few. Like, it's fine, but I like a good, like, metallic, like what's on my lid right now. And these are not that. Now, does that mean they're bad? No, but I've had to kind of come to terms with what this formula is, and I've kind of decided that that's them. Like, they're fine. I have a drawer full of glitter, like different glitters, liquid glitters, potted shimmers, pigments. So I think that if I put one of these down, I can amp it up with something else that I've got in my drawer. So, but the matte formula is nice. It's just, these are not punchy shimmers. Like I said, that doesn't mean they're bad. That's just, most of Lime Crimes are not punchy. I think the Immortalis palette has the most metallic shimmers I've come across from them out of the palettes that I've tried. The next one is from The Balm. They're one of my favorite brands. I got this as an add-on. This is the Alternative Rock Volume 1. It's a face palette, so you have a highlight, a blush, a bronzer, and then 6 shadows, but the shimmers are so pretty. I think I'm going to keep this one too, just because the drawer that this is in, this is pretty much the only palette that's on the chopping block out of that drawer, and getting rid of this is not going to make a dent in that drawer at all. And this would be a good travel palette. Like, it's a pretty palette. So I'm probably going to end up keeping this just because I like the balm. But so far, I haven't used this yet. And I did do a giveaway with another one. I got 2 of them, and one of you guys got it. But it's pretty. Like, I love the balms formula. It's really nice. My Colored Rain Queen of Hearts. I don't love the mattes in this palette. One in particular is Ladyship, and I've talked about how mine is really dry. It's this one right here. And that's the matte that I think I was most excited about. I don't know if that one is just like I got a bad one, because the rest of the mattes are not as dry as that one. And the metallics are really nice. And I am able to make this work, but this one's drier than I feel like it should be. I don't know. I could just be nitpicking. People love this palette. Like, this was sought after a couple of years ago on YouTube. Like, everybody was losing their minds. It's not so much a unique color story anymore just because of so many palettes that have come out, but the metallic formula in here is really, really good. I just don't love this palette, and I want to love it, so it's one that I have contemplated getting rid of. She's still here because I want to love it, because everybody else loves it. I feel like I should too, but I didn't pay full price. I got it on a sale, so that's good. But I'm not like, oh my God, I have to use that. The shimmer, like I said, the shimmer for me is really good. I'm upset about, and it's the one matte. Like, I need to get over that one matte and make use of the rest of the palette because the other mattes are fine. The Nubian 2 from Juvie's Place. I don't use this one as much, and this one's a bitch, excuse my language, to store because it's bigger than my other Juvie's Place palettes. I'm going to pull one out for size comparison. Like, this is the Nomad palette, and most of my palettes are about this size. Why they chose to make this one this big? Because the original Nubian was not this large, and the Nubian 3, the Nubian and the Nubian 3 are this size. I gave the Nubian to my daughter, but I'm like, why is this one shaped like this? Because it doesn't fit with the rest of the Juvie's Place palette because of its size. It's too tall to fit in the drawer, so I have to like lean it. So that was part of the reason of me decluttering this. Now I did rearrange that drawer a little bit. So I do have a spot that I could lean it theoretically if I'm gonna keep it, but I don't want to keep it if I'm not gonna use it. It has a really pretty like fall, I think of fall when I look at this. You've got a lot of like earthy tones and then a pop of blue. So I have it, again, it's sitting on top in my little file things. And I'm hoping that I'll get some use out of it. If I do end up using it, I will keep it and find a way to get it to fit in the drawer. It just upsets me that it's so big. Because it's just an odd shape compared to even my Masquerade. Like, even my bigger ones, they're shorter and longer. They're not this tall. Like, I think that's why they didn't make any others quite this shape, because it's annoying. So yeah, if I end up using it, I'll keep it. If not, it's gonna go. The Jaclyn Hill palette. Now, I had a lot of subscribers tell me to keep this. I have used it, so this one will probably also stay. She's also been living on top, but I think I have the original formula. I don't know. I bought it when the Vault collection came out, so I don't know when exactly they changed it. Mine works really well. I don't have any complaints. Like I said, I couldn't tell you if this is what my back looks like. This is the front. I couldn't tell you if I have the original formula or the new one, but mine works good. I don't have any complaints about it. It's still here. I've used it recently. The last two are my Zodiac palettes. Now, it's funny because this is not the one that I wanted. This is the one that I wanted for a long time. I found this one at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. I don't have TJ Maxx in Yuma. I found this one at Marshall's for like $8, so I bought it. And this is the one that everybody says is really, really good. It's a very earthy color story. Like, I should like this. This is probably going to be the one that I keep. I don't have room to keep both of these. So I have them both sitting again on top so that I can use them and figure out which one I want to keep. It'll probably end up being this one. This again is like a very fall-esque palette. I haven't used them enough. I've heard that the formula in the Love Signs isn't as good as the original. I got this on Poshmark. The lady had only used it once or twice. Now the colors that drew me into this one are the blue and the pink. You've got a bunch of mustard shades and a blue and a pink basically, and a couple of like earthy blending colors. So I will probably like keep this one because I foresee myself getting more use out of the original than this one as far as color story is concerned. But I've only used them once when I did the 2 palettes video with them. That's the only time I've used them, so I don't really have a good idea if I like them or not, because I may end up getting rid of both of them, but I really only have room for one, so that's where I'm at with those. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you thought of my palettes that I'm thinking about or have thought about getting rid of. Let me know if there's any in your collection that you're thinking about getting rid of.